Hi, my name is Katie Macel and I'm sharing my story about my daughter Vera. I have two daughters. My oldest is Marielle, who just turned 6, and my youngest is Vera. During Vera's anatomy scan, 2 birth defects were identified, so my care was transferred to CHOP. I received ultrasounds every other week until she was born on April 3rd of 2022. Fortunately, Vera was born in the special delivery unit at CHOP because although she was expected to only need a short NICU stay for kidney monitoring, she required a full resuscitation when she was born. Clearly, there were some other things going on. So she was taken to the NICU. We met with practically every specialist at CHOP and learned that she would need cranial surgery, kidney surgery. She required a G2 placement. We were told that she might not be able to see, might not be able to hear. And at 5 days old, she was identified with an ultra-rare genetic disorder called Bohring-Opitz syndrome. Bohring-Opitz affects approximately 1 in 100 million individuals worldwide. It's a life-limiting genetic disorder due to a fluke genetic mutation at conception. So she was in and out of the hospital for much of her life, but we absolutely fell in love with her. This is her in the NICU. She is the most precious soul I've ever met. We had to sell our home. We built an accessible home on my parents' property. Vera had full-time nursing care. And, our world was just totally flipped upside down with her birth and her diagnosis, but she was truly such a light. I like to say she spoke with her soul. She never said a word, but she spoke with her soul. She was doing so well, but started having seizures in March of 2024 and was pretty much constantly hospitalized. Ultimately, she passed away from respiratory failure on July 23rd of 2024. I got in touch with Noelle's Light through a friend of a friend who had also lost her daughter. I can say confidently that this organization has been the most impactful to me in terms of dealing with my grief and making connections with other moms who have gone through child loss. People always say to you, I couldn't imagine, and you really can't until it happens to you. The way that I have bonded with other mothers who have experienced such deep grief has really saved me in my navigating the loss of my daughter. The retreat was an incredible experience. We not only bonded and shared our stories and cried and laughed, we got to participate in activities like Reiki and sound bowls and meditation and journaling and walking through the woods. Jody and Julie were especially impactful to me on that trip. They have an amazing way of connecting with each lost mom, just honoring everyone's story and remembering their child, which is what really we all want. Noelle's Light sent me a hope box with some really special heartfelt items like a wooden sign of Vera's name and a painting of the Northern Lights and bracelets that I wear every single day. So it's just been, in the darkest time of your life, they have the ability to create community and lift you and teach you that there is light after a loss, that grief and joy can eventually exist together. I actually have been so inspired and touched by Jody's story of her own daughter, and I've also started helping wrap some of the hope boxes for other parents. And I'm so thankful to have gotten connected with them. Our stories are all so individual, so unique, but we share that common bond, that common heartache. And I am forever grateful for having met every mom through their support groups as well as on the retreat. We communicate almost every day. It has just been a lifesaver for me as I continue to navigate my daughter's loss. So thank you to Jody and Alex and everyone involved through Noelle's Light and all the moms. I'm touched by all of your children and carry them with me every single day.